Now your calls on whether Britain should back Trump if he decides to bomb Iran. So we're in that territory. Maria in Portsmouth. We were just thinking it looks like he will because he's kind of got, maybe he's got an afternoon free or whatever. Do you think we should join him?
Right, what we've got to stop doing is being flippant about this. We are talking about a very dangerous country here.
Hang on, which country are you talking about?
Iran.
Iran? Oh, I thought you were talking about the USA. Sorry.
No, and that's not appreciative that you do that to me, to make then I'm going to be talking nasty about USA, which I would not do. They've been our allies for a very long time, and the way we're talking about them is so disrespectful, it's not right.
Yeah.
We are
You don't think the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan were illegal then?
Well, do you know what? The wars that happened at the time have been investigated and needs to be left at that.
And were illegal.
OK.
Well, what I'm personally saying, though, as a woman who was married to somebody that served their country and was willing to give their lives for us, we need to start showing some respect here, having these sort of conversations.
Well, look, this is nothing to do with service personnel. This is to do with politicians. Who...
The politicians are there to help us and protect our country. We are dealing with some very dangerous people in the world. And if we have people like yourselves being this flippant about it, then we're going back to a stage of World War II. And look what happened there. When people were very flippant about it...
I don't think you're right. I think... listen, we're taking our lead from Trump here. And Trump says he will make the decision in a second.
Trump.
You're backing him?
I'm backing Trump.
Let Marina, you respond. I appreciate that.
Maria, how does backing Trump make anyone safer, whether that's civilians, whether that's servicemen and women? And also just look, so this unprovoked, preemptive, unprovoked, illegal Israeli strike on Iran has now led to totally predictable retaliatory strikes in Israel, which is hurting civilians. And now Trump wants to potentially exacerbate that and drag US into it.
Sorry? You're missing out what Iran was doing to them. They went into their country and took people out of it.
Iran?
She's talking about Hezbollah backing Hamas.
Yeah. I mean, Iran do back Hamas.
Yeah, so you could look at the October the 7th as an Iranian strike on Israel if you want to. That's all. That's what you're saying, Maria, right?
And yes, I am. And I think we need to keep this very clear so that we talk about this in a right and correct way. We have many Israeli people that live in this country that are now worried because of how we're all talking about this.
No, hang on. This is where we need to be really, really careful. There is not a conflation here between Israelis and the Netanyahu government, and there needn't be and there shouldn't be. This is what we need to be really, really clear about.
Jewish people.
Jewish people. We are talking here about Netanyahu, a despot who is basically doing all of this to stay in power, because the moment that he's not in power, he faces corruption charges and potentially jail. There was absolutely no need to start this war.
I think Maria is correct. I mean, she's basically pointing out that Iran is a very dangerous state, a pariah state, and you know it does fund Hamas, and it does, you know, so that she's not wrong.
But
what she's trying to say is, you know,
well, she's objecting to the tone. But the thing is that I appreciate that, because obviously we talk about lots of things on the show. The thing is, we were very, very kind of unargumentative about Iraq and Afghanistan. It seemed logical that we should invade those two countries because
have you forgotten the protests, Jeremy?
We didn't discuss them enough, is what I'm saying. We didn't at the time say, wait, why is this happening? Is it logic? So let's not go back over the whole thing. I'm just saying that, generally speaking, we're in favour of talking about this as we please, because it's very important we do. That's all. Sue in Devon, hi.
Hi, Jeremy. Hi, panel.
Well, what do you think?
No, I don't think we should follow Trump. I don't trust him. I think he's a bit of a nutcase.
Well, you may be accused of being flippant in saying that, but then there'll be lots of people who agree.
I'm not being flippant because of the way he is. And the thing is, if he goes in, the bombers will come from the Shanghai Islands, which we have to give permission for.
Yeah.
And what country will be bombed? Iran will bomb us, not America, us, because we're the weak link.
Yeah, we'll have it. We've got a lot of terrorist threat at the moment. So honestly, I don't know if that's a factor to worry about being hit by Iranian terrorists, because it seems we've got a threat level that couldn't get much higher at the moment. But I think the thing is this, Sue, is whether you can change anything by just dropping bombs on it. Fundamentally, warfare, the lesson of the last 40 years is you have to go in personally.
Yeah.
You've got to, and that's where all the trouble starts.
We have basically, why do we keep putting power in the hands of these maniac men?
Well, hang on, this is a democracy.
Let's be honest,
it's democracy.
Nothing is solved. Imagine just you and I fall out and I just wallop you one. How does that help anything? You have to go in, you have to have talks. But these men, they're narcissists, it's ego, it's power, it's all of this.
All right, Cliff, we've got loads of people calling. I'm going to take one more call and then hear from Sarah again. Cliff in Ipswich, hi.
Hi, good morning.
Do you think we should try and stay out of this one?
100%. I mean, I said to your presenter, or your caller,
researcher,
we've only got to look back on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. That is the warning sign for all nuclear power. If we start dropping bombs in whatever country we start dropping, then the world is finished, in my opinion. It'll just escalate and escalate and escalate.
Or even if whatever they're dropping isn't nuclear, it's just a big bunker buster, as they call it. Same applies, you think, Cliff?
Well, you know, I mean, if one bomb does the trick and stops everything or what's going on in the world today, I would agree entirely. I mean, but definitely not nuclear, because nuclear's around for thousands of years.
Understood. Okay.